Hello, welcome to your low body build class. Today we are working glutes, hamstrings, and our quads. So with that said, all that you need is a space to move, a set of heavy dumbbells, and then a lifted surface that you're gonna put your feet on for upside down hamstring bridge. However, if you don't have something like that, you can always do it on the floor, and I will demonstrate that when we get there. But that's it. We're gonna go ahead and get going. So go ahead and just find a standing position, center of your space, maybe kind of like rock back and forth on your feet. And then when you're ready, we're gonna find a moment just to pause and get grounded. So from here, I invite you to close those eyes, letting all of that air out of your lungs. And then take a big breath in through your nose, nice and slow. Fill those lungs all the way. And a big exhale, let it go. Good, maybe wrap your hands around your rib cage, spreading your fingers nice and wide. Take another big inhale, feeling your ribs expand through your fingers. And exhale, let it go. Finding a few more breaths at your own pace. And beginning to scan your body, just noticing how you feel. And asking yourself what you need. Feeling the earth beneath your feet. You have a soft bend in those knees. Lungs filling from the very bottom to the very top. And let it go. When you're ready, go ahead, blink your eyes open, drop your hands down by your side, and you're just gonna, again, start to kind of rock back and forth on those feet. So we have a lot of joints in our feet. We wanna loosen things up, breathe some air in them, and then work our way up the body. Go ahead, pause through center, start to trace a circle with your heel. So digging down to the ball of your foot and tracing that circle kind of right around those toes. Go ahead, reverse directions. So as always, starting with that mobility, go ahead, switch sides, trace that circle. And reverse direction. Go ahead, we're gonna walk those feet out nice and wide, finding some hip circles here. So just start to trace a circle with your hips, maybe even adding on to your shoulders, kind of bring them up towards your ears, down and around your back. Good, go ahead, reverse direction. So we are primarily focusing on the low body today, but we will be in some all fours positions later, so we still wanna get that upper body nice and loose. Go ahead, pause through center, hip rotations, tapping the inside edge of either foot. So you're now loosening up through those hips, breathing some air in that hip joint so we can better target those glutes when the time comes. We have 4, 3, 2, switching directions here, tap outside edge, either foot. So now you have that internal hip rotation here. We're not here long. We're gonna move into butt kicks next in 8, 4, 3, 2, keep those feet out nice and wide. Start to pull your heels in towards your glutes. So your knees are shooting down toward the floor. Maybe adding on some arms here, again, just to loosen up in that upper body. We're also gonna be holding some heavy weights. So getting that whole body and nice and ready. With those arms, it really doesn't matter what it looks like, okay? So just kind of let it flow front and back. We got 8, 7, 6. You can stay right here like this, or feet under hips. We're gonna run it out here. Run, just run. Knees pointing down toward the earth. Soft landing on your feet. Whew. Good, we got runner's lunge coming at us right after this. You got 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, runner's lunge. Take that left foot forward, right foot back. Take your hands all the way down to the floor. Maybe rock your back foot back and forth just a little bit. Starting to stabilize, push hard through your front heel, beginning to activate through that left glute. Pause through center, big bend, big reach out that back leg, okay? So it's a deep, deep bend in your back knee, and then you're shooting energy right out that heel as your leg extends. 4, 3, crescent lunge right here. You're gonna push in that front heel, rise all the way up, crescent lunge, hands reach, hips are level, opening up now in that right hip. stand tall, switching sides, opposite foot forward, opposite foot back, runner's lunge, rock your body back and forth just a few times. Again, stabilizing in that front heel. Really starting to dig hard in that front heel, activating your right glute. 4, 3, good. Big bend, back knee, big bend, big reach. Good. Keeping that front knee stacked right over your heel. You can always work a little higher if that feels better in your body. Crescent lunge is next. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push through that front heel. Rise all the way up. Crescent lunge, side 2. Opening up in your left hip. Take a big inhale. Exhale, stand tall. Go ahead, walk those feet out just wider than your hips. Lower and lift in some squats. We're not here long. Just getting that blood flowing. We're going to grab onto our heavy weights right after this. Starting in reverse incline lunge. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead, grab your heavy weights, and then you're going to come on down to the short end of your mat. Actually, top end of your mat, still short end. From here, we're going to start with that left foot forward, okay? So you're going to take a big step back with your right foot, sink all the way down, incline lunge, let those weights fall in line with your knee. And then you're rising all the way up, okay? Just like that. Slowly lower, slowly lift. Now you're gonna resist the urge to follow along with the music, okay? Move with your breath nice and slow. You're holding heavy weights here, and our focus is on loading the left glute. As you lower down in every single lunge, you're lengthening through that glute as it lowers, and then you're shortening, you're squeezing as you rise. Core is engaged. If this reverse step out lunge doesn't feel good, you can keep both feet down on the mat and just stay here in this incline posture. That's a great place to be as well. We're gonna add on a pulse, alternating pulse to large range. It looks like this. You're gonna come down, find one pulse, woo, and then lift all the way up. So right away, increasing time under tension. We've got a drop set coming at us next. So like I said, just really working that left glute. Taking advantage of the eccentric in this move on that lowering phase. As you come down, you're lengthening your glute while adding load. Ooh. And then kind of living in that loading zone on your pulse. Good. Drop sets coming at us next. This is supposed to burn. Ooh. You got 8, 7, 6, 5. Leg extension in 4, 3, 2. Leg extension. All right, you're going to take that left foot back behind you. Come all the way down to your forearms. Extend your left leg long. From here, just find little pulses. Little pulses. Whew. All right, so your hips are pointing down. Pushing into those forearms. Maybe even pushing your palms into the mat. Maybe closing your eyes. Oh, burning up this left side. This is not comfy. It's not supposed to be comfy. Good. Lift, lift. Keep that going. Keep that going. Upside down hamstrings are next. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold it here, right here. Hold, hold, hold for 4. For 3. For 2. Hamstrings are next. Awesome work. All right. You are going to go ahead and take your feet on top of your lifted surface, okay? Your hips are going to come directly under your knees, and you're pushing those heels into the mat. From here, you're going to dig your heels, hover those hips up just an inch, and then you lower it all the way down. So inch and lower. Woo. So digging those heels, loading your hamstrings. If you do not have a lifted surface like this, you're gonna do the whole thing down on the mat, but you're gonna walk your heels a little further away from your body than you would for a traditional glute bridge, okay? So dig in those heels and just hover in your hips. This is a great way to load the hamstrings. If you don't have a chair or couch or something to put your feet on, a bench, something to put your feet on. All right, you're gonna hold it up, just little pulses, pulses. Ooh, right here, good, big breaths. Knees pointing up to the sky. Knees and toes pointing up to the sky, okay? So pushing through those heels. Teeny, teeny pulses here. Shoo. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Drop your hips down to the mat. You're gonna push into that left heel lift and lower. Right leg lifts. Left leg only right here. Whew, just for 8, 7, 6, 5, shoo, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, go ahead, shake it on out if you need to. Kick to the sky a little bit, and then roll it on around. And we're gonna go ahead and lift on up, heading right into side number 2. So go ahead and come back down, short end of your mat. This time we're gonna put that right foot forward, and then you're finding a big bend in that back knee coming on down, starting in your large range reverse lunge. Now again, you know your options. You can always keep your feet planted on the earth if you just feel more stable this way, okay? It's a beautiful option. You can also bear no weight in that back foot as you just slide your back foot back behind you. So lots of options. What we are focusing on is loading the right glute, okay? That's our goal right here. Mechanically loading the right glute. So whatever else you do to make that happen is completely up to you. Good, big breaths. So you know what to expect here. Very soon we're gonna add in that alternating pulse to a large range and then leg extension, okay? So use that breath right here. We're gonna add a pulse. Move at your own pace, right? You don't have to follow my pace and do not follow the music pace, okay? Move with your breath, slow and controlled. Again, you're holding heavy dumbbells here, so slower is better. Sometimes if you go too fast, the wrong things are gonna be working for you, and you're not gonna properly mechanically load that muscle like you're hoping for. That's why we are here. So again, thinking about the lengthening through that glute as you lower down. Feel it lengthen, live in that zone, and then lift and squeeze. Pushing your heels, digging your heels. Hard into the floor. Oh my gosh. A few more. Your core stays pulled in. That's going to protect your low back. We don't want any discomfort in that low back. And then also your shoulders here. They're right in that neutral position. Don't let them drop down your back just because your weights are really heavy. Also, don't let them crunch up towards your ears because your weights are really heavy. Be mindful there too. Good. Final 4 right here, donkey kicks. And 3, and 2, and 1. All right, set those heavy weights down. You are going to come on down, forearms, extending your right leg long behind you now, and find little pulses. Little pulses here, hips pointing down. Spine is long. Your gaze is right between your hands, okay? So your spine's in that alignment, and you're shooting energy right out the crown of your head. We got kneeling quads right after this. Big breaths, big breaths. It's not supposed to be comfy. We're in it together. Pro tip is closing your eyes and turning up that breath, especially your exhale. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, holding in 4, 3, hold right here just for 4. For 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Let it go. All right. Go ahead, swing those legs around. You are going to find your kneeling quads. So taking one of your heavy weights right on top of your hips. Your knees are just in line with those hips. And your legs, your feet are shooting back. You can also have them touch. From here, you're going to find a kneeling squat. So come all the way down and then lift all the way up. From a different angle, you can see shoulders stay stacked right over your hips as you lift and lower. Lower down. Oh my gosh, you're loading right in the top of those legs. Now, if you don't like being down on your knees, it's uncomfortable, doesn't feel good in your body, you can do sissy squats instead. That's where your feet are right under your hips, heels are lifted, maybe standing on your weight, and you're just lowering down and then lifting up. So still loading the tops of your quads right here, just like this. So it's a great option, especially if you're standing on 2 handles of other dumbbells. If you've taken my classes before, you've probably taken sissy squats before. So just know you can load your quads any way, shape, or form that feels good in your body. So you don't always have to do what I'm demonstrating. You can also do wall sits. That's a great isometric posture, sprinkling in some pulses, okay? Moral of the story, stand up for yourself, do what feels good in your body, even while you're challenging your body. All right, we're gonna add in a pulse. You're gonna come down, barely lift, come down, lift all the way up. This is where we finished. Whoo, down, lift all the way up. Awesome. We've got lunges again right after this, mixing things up just a little bit. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, you're gonna grab onto those dumbbells. Now we are gonna do B stance lunges now. So coming all the way up, B stance lunges, you're gonna do that left foot forward. Now from here, you're gonna take your right foot back behind you like a single step, okay? So it's a kickstand. Deep bend in that front knee as you lower all the way down, reach your booty backpack back, and then you rise all the way up. So you're bearing hardly any weight at all in that right leg. You are focusing on lengthening through your left glute as you lower, shorten as you rise. Whew. Now you're letting your dumbbells literally just glide right along your legs. I have mine kind of right at the outer portion of either quad as I'm lowering and lifting. Keep your core locked in, okay? I'm turning around like 360 degrees just to help viewing purposes in case that's helpful. So booty back, back, back. Now your right foot, like I said, is really light. It's not all the way back like a lunge. However, if that feels better in your body to do more of a lunge, you are more than welcome to it. Again, our focus right here is mechanically loading the glute, the quad, the hamstring on that left side. So in whatever way you can do that, that feels good in your body, go for it. I love these B stance lunges though, because I feel like I'm so much better able to put full focus into that muscle I'm trying to work right here in that glute. While feeling supported in my joints, my surrounding joints. Sometimes lunges can feel a little funky in my knees, so I want to encourage you, even if it's different day to day, to make those choices that feel good to you. Oh my gosh, final seconds here. Donkey kicks are next. My muscles are shaking. If you're with me, you're doing it right. You got 8 more here. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, oh my gosh, 2, and 1. Awesome work. Go ahead, come all the way down to the floor. Ditch those heavy weights. You're gonna take your left foot back behind you, left leg back behind you. Big bend in that knee. You're just gonna lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep your hips nice and level. Squeeze through your glutes. It's not about how high your leg goes, okay? I want you to just feel that engagement, that squeeze through your left glute. You got it. Big inhales, big exhales. Keep it going. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. You got upside down hamstrings right after this. Woo. Locking in that core. We got 8, 6, 4, 3. Hold it up right here. 8 pulses, okay? You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job. Woo. Go ahead, swing those legs around. You got upside down hamstrings. Taking your heels on top of that chair or on your mat. Booty is a little further away from your heels. If you're on the mat from here, little pulses, little pulses. Digging into your heels. Again, knees shooting straight up. Your hips right under those knees. Whew, we're lights up. Now you know what's coming. We're gonna do little pulses right here, really building heat right behind, or right in those hamstrings and the backs of those legs. And then we're gonna switch to a large range, right side only, okay? Ooh, lift, lift. Big breaths, you got 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, drop all the way down, digging weight into your right heel, left leg lift. Whew. So that knee stacks right over your hip, right? Dig your heel, you lift up. It's not about how high you go. I just want you to feel that load right at the back of your leg. This should not be hard. This is hard, but it should not be hard to feel the load. That's what I meant, because it is freaking hard. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, both feet down, just lift and lower. Ooh. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. V stands lunge on the right. Kick out those legs if you need. I always need it after these hamstring moves. And then go ahead, swing on around when you're ready. Grab your heavy weights. Doing the exact same thing here, side number 2, okay? So you're taking that right foot forward, left foot steps back to a kickstand, B-stance lunge, we lower and lift. Lengthening through that right glute, lift, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Whew. Good. Core lights up. Kneeling quads right after this. Of course, after that drop set. Oh, man. So I want you to keep your right knee stacked right over that right heel, right? You're reaching your glutes back, back, back from another angle. Keeping that knee nice and still. Left foot is just a kickstand, okay? Every time you lift, can you push your right heel a little harder in the mat? You're probably feeling your right hamstring turn on even faster here because we just did it, right? We just worked the hamstring. That's normal. Dig, dig, dig your heel. Oh, man. Slow and controlled. Again, it's not about how low you go either. I want you just to pay attention to how your surrounding joints feel. Not sacrificing the health of our low back or our knees just to try to get super low. Ooh. Big breaths. Donkey kicks are next. They're coming up super fast. Slow and controlled. Remember, resist the urge to move to the music. Ooh. Okay, we got 8, 7, 6, 5. We're done in 4. Oh my gosh. 3, 2, and 1. I'm like, I am done. All right, go ahead, come on down. Dropping those knees down. Weights on your hip. You know what to do here. Shoulders come right over those hips. We lower, we lift. Whew. Good, big breaths. Lower and left. Ooh, I almost forgot our donkey kicks. Haha, come on down. Oh my gosh, almost. Pull that heel into your glute. We lower and lift. That was close. You're like, darn it, you remembered. All right, heel towards that glute. Some large range right here. Every time you lift, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that glute. Keep your hips nice and level, okay? You can always close your eyes. Ooh. Good. Letting that gaze fall right on your hands. You can always push your palms right into the mat. That might help you feel a little bit more supported, more stable. I sometimes, for some reason, feel just stronger because my upper body is still. Ooh, we got 8 like this, then pulses. 6. We got 4, 3, 2. Hold it up right here. Little pulses just for 8. Oh my gosh. 7, 6, 5. Kneeling quads in 4. Woo! 3, 2, and 1. Ouch. Go ahead, roll it on up. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Take that weight right on your hip. Knees in line with those hips. Let it out. Just take it down and up. Slow and controlled. Whew. Now, as always, my transitions are typically pretty quick. And if you are not quite there, you can always pause me, pause the video, rewind it, fast forward it, right? The beauty of these online classes is you can make it your own. So don't feel like you have to rush, right? I'm just here to keep the class going. But if you don't get close to failure, right? Like I always say, if you don't get close to that point of failure, when I do, then I want you to keep going until you do. But if it's consistently happening, probably time to up and wait, right? How do you know if you're close to failure? You really start to slow that movement down. We've got upside down hamstrings, final set right after this. Then we've got one more quad love, and then we're done, okay? So we're almost there. We're gonna add in a lean for these last few. Go ahead, hold it on up. You're gonna add in a lean, so you're gonna lean back, back, back. And then sink down to that squat. Good, lean back, back, back. So it's not about how far back you go. Light up that core. You got 8, 7, 6, 5. Hamstrings in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hamstrings. All right, go ahead, swing those legs around. For this last set, if you want to, you are welcome to grab onto a heavy dumbbell and place it right on your hips. Ouch. It is not needed to load your hamstrings, okay? You're like, I know, Britt, I just did it twice. But it's an option if you feel like you want to give a little bit more. You can always ditch that weight halfway through the set. This is our final set though, final set of hamstrings. You got large range right here, just lifting those knees up. Hips are lifting maybe like 2 inches max, okay? So again, it's not about how high. Just loading right into those hammies. Whoo, pulse, lift it up. Teeny tiny lift. Shoo. Good, big inhale. Big exhale. You should feel that knot starting to form. Oh, right in the backs of those legs. You got it, you got it. Big breath here. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Large range right here. Oh my gosh, you lower and lift. Ooh. I want you to ditch this weight. Ooh, lower and lift, big breath. In and out. We got pulses one more time. Right here, here it is. Little pulses, we pulse up, up. Quads are next, and then we are done, okay? Big breath, we got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, flush it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. All right, go ahead, grab that heavy weight, kneeling quads one more time. Roll it on up. Oh, this is where we finish right here. We're so close to home. Ooh, take that weight right on those hips. When you're ready, we're right away gonna find a squat to a lean right here. Then we lean back. Again, it's not about how far back you go, just feeling that load right to the tops of your legs. Shoulders stay over your hips as you squat down. Ooh, slow and controlled. Oh my gosh. Ooh, my legs are cooked. Ooh. You're letting that heavy weight just chill, like nice and still right on your hips. Try not to let your shoulders drop down your back. Good. Pulses are next to finish in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Next squat right here. You're gonna come down, barely lift. Whew. I'm ditching my weight. You do whatever you want to do. Squat down, barely lift, loading tops of those legs. Good. We're in it together. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Large range. Ooh, lift and lower. For 8. We're done in 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. All right. Set those dumbbells off to the side, finding an all fours position right here on your mat. Right away, you're going to extend your right leg long behind you, flex and point that foot. Just rock your body back and forth. Ooh, man, I hope you're proud of yourself. This was not easy. But we were able to mechanically load, for sure, those quads and hamstrings 3 times over. Research says that is the most effective way to make sure that you create change in the body. And we gave our glutes a lot of love as well. Good, go ahead, pause through center. You're just gonna switch sides. Opposite foot reaches back and forth. Go ahead, really flexing through that foot, loosening up through all those joints in your feet. Let your feet go nice and wide, your toes nice and wide. And then when you're ready, go ahead, pause through center. Taking your knees wide as well, toes together. From here, you're just gonna reach your booty back and then come all the way forward again. So moving in a nice fluid motion here. There's no wrong way to do mobility. Oh. So just move your hips forward and back in a way that feels good. We just have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, flip on your back. Pulling those knees into your chest. Oh, and then just start to trace 2 circles on the sky using just those knees. So loosening up through your hips. And go ahead, reverse directions here. good. Go ahead, pause right through center. Take your hands behind either knee, and you're just going to extend one leg at a time up toward the sky. Using your breaths, big inhales, big exhales. Holding your feet up to the sky, just start to circle through your ankles. Tracing 2 circles on the sky with your toes, but keeping your legs nice and still. Go ahead, reverse direction. And then lastly, my favorite, go ahead, find a big bend in both knees. From here, you're dropping your feet onto the mat, and you're just gonna let your knees kind of rock side to side. So opening up in those inner thighs, rocking side to side here. Don't be afraid to let your legs go nice and wide through center. Oh, maybe drop your arms to a goalpost position, opening up in your upper body as well. Good, pausing through center when you're ready. I invite you to extend those legs nice and long, giving yourself one final moment right here, just to breathe. So finding that comfortable position, and I invite you to close your eyes, letting all of that air out of your lungs. And then nice and slow together, taking a big inhale through your nose, filling your lungs all the way. And then let it all go. Again, big inhale, nice and slow. This time maybe hold that air in just for a moment. And let it go. Continuing that breath at your own pace. And feeling your body melt into the mat a little heavier with every exhale. Maybe letting those breaths get a little deeper with every one. Stay here for as long as you'd like. When you're ready, start to wiggle through your fingers, your toes, maybe even rocking your head side to side. And then slowly making your way up, finding a seated position, finding a deep bend in your knees, rolling it on up when you are ready. Sitting up nice and tall right here. Let's take one more breath together. Big reach through your fingers. And exhale, let it go. Amazing, amazing job. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for being here. I hope you felt so strong because you are.